Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is the third and final game in a match between these two Protoss players that are going to determine the backup seeding for those who don't end up qualifying in the top 7, so that if any of the top 7 fail to attend the tournament, we know in what order to invite players 8 through to 12. And the series is tied up at 1-1. It comes down to this game, the cross positions on Metropolis, and spawning in the right hand side is the red Protoss player, ladies and gentlemen, representing Mouse Sports. We have HasuObs. He is going to be playing against the blue Protoss player on the left-hand side from ESC, a Korean pro gamer living in Germany. Let's see what he can do this time around. It is Daisy. So a pretty cool matchup here, and this is, of course, because it's a backup match to determine the 8th to the 12th seeds, this is not in the official bracket, so you will not see this on Liquipedia, you're not going to see it on the official tournament page. This is exclusive to this stream, guys, and it has been a really exciting PvP so far, actually, so I'm really glad you guys have stuck around to watch this. Who is going to win game number 3? I am not sure. These guys have really been battling it out back and forth. And this really is like a bit of a boxing match. Either player at this point can go through. If you're on Twitter, don't forget to check out and tweet this particular stream if you know people that are interested in this PvP. A very, very exciting game between two very highly rated players, and it's such a shame that neither of them made it to top 7. I think that really shows the depth and quality in this particular bracket. I mean, HasuObs and Daisy, neither of them through to the top 7. Of a bracket that initially started with 16 players. Are you kidding me? That is ridiculously stacked, and there's good reason for that as well. Nurchio, Daisy, Casti, Maga, HasuObs, Live Zerg, Mana, Grubby, Vortex, Stefano, Lucifron, Elfie, Feast, Snoot, Bly, and Zocca were the 16 players. There isn't really much of a weak point there. These guys are really good. This isn't some sort of open bracket. 16 players in the qualifier stage 3, and wow, what a qualifier this has been. Stacked from top to bottom, and this could be a main tournament bracket pretty much anywhere else. But here at the Intel Extreme, as it's actually a qualifier, Hasu trying to get rid of the pro, trying to kill it off early, unable to do so. Daisy is going to get his scout off as planned. Not going to spot anything too out of the ordinary, though. Another Zealot getting chrono boosted out. So we're starting Zealot, Zealot, Stalker for HasuObs. And in the meantime, we appear to be going Zealot, Stalker from Daisy. But otherwise, both players taking both gases. And did we just see? Yes, we did. A very, very quick Twilight Cancel coming on from Daisy here on Metropolis. Quite early on as well, and he has a decent bit of gas saved up. Are we going to see Quick Blink, or could we potentially see Dark Templar pop out here in this game number 3? Let's see what ends up happening. Daisy already looking for a place to plant a forward pylon. Is he potentially going to hide tech here? We'll find out. Zealot's doing a good job of scouting all around, but that Zealot's actually going to move out just as the probe comes in. It looks like we have a little bit of a Stalker on Stalker engagement. Mortal Kombat with Megsk in the middle as observer, and it looks like the game has been declared a draw. Double fatality. And this probe is going to get in to the 5th base location of Daisy here. Is he going to sneak a pylon into the 4th? It looks like he is. And we have got a very quick blink coming out of there from Daisy. So he's not going for a Dark Shrine or anything like that. He is getting his natural expansion, going up to a 2nd gateway as it currently stands. HasuObs, in the meantime, has gone up to 3 gates and a Twilight Council of his own and robotics facility. So he is reverting back to the blobs play that we saw earlier on in the series. So a lot of differences in opinion here so far. We have the expansion from Daisy. Will he be able to hold it against potential aggression coming out of Hasu? He's actually going up to 4 gateways, wanting to make sure that he has enough units. And Hasu is not opting to go for 1 base aggression off of this. He is taking his own natural expansion. So I get the impression here that Daisy will be able to get away with it, and he'll have an earlier nexus as well. Look at this. It's already mining. If we take a look at the mineral income, Hasu is currently up just the tiniest bit, but now as Daisy starts to mine, he is a little bit up on HasuObs. He is up by 5 workers at the moment, and he's getting that double pro production for longer. He's also getting, well, it also has Blink already complete, and he's gone up to 4 gateways. So that's going to be very useful. Blink only about 2/3 of the way done for HasuObs. But he does have an observer now out, so that robotics facility and that observer are going to help him a little bit. But will Daisy simply have more units out than Hasu? He already has an income advantage, so this could be a very, very subtle but really, really pivotal point here, where Daisy just uses his slight economic advantage to be able to warp in units faster and consequently win the war of attrition against HasuObs. Hasu will have Blink by the time this attack hits. Daisy has a couple of forward pylons, one at the moment, and probably a second one if he opts to put one closer, maybe here. Let's wait and see. And Hasu going to be moving out across the map, but Daisy is going to catch a couple of these stalkers. And, oh, excellent blink there from HasuObs. Daisy actually fired with those stalkers, but Hasu blinked away before those projectile shots could hit. There is the second forward pylon getting warped in from Daisy now. And Hasu knows he has to be very careful. He has to be on the defensive, but he is making an Immortal. And Immortals are exactly what you want against this kind of play. He only has 3 gateways versus the 4 of Daisy. The Observer now spots everything that's going on. Those 4 gateways are getting chrono boosted to high heaven and back, ladies and gentlemen. Daisy currently has 12 Stalkers to the 8 of HasuObs. Hasu does have an extra 2 Zealots. But is he going to be able to hold on until the Immortal pops out? Back to the production tab for now. Blink Micro coming out from both sides, but Daisy already losing 2 Stalkers, not being the most effective with those Zealots in front. And Daisy is going to be forced back before the Immortal even gets on the field. Another warp in from Daisy, though. He's going to be moving forward towards a natural expansion. Hasu, with the Immortal on the high ground, he's doing catastrophic damage to these Blink Stalkers right now. The offensive Blink forward from Hasu as well, and the Immortal coming to join the fray, doing so much damage. And yes, it's getting targeted down, but Hasu is going to use the opportunity to try and get as much Stalker damage done as possible. The Stalker count is currently 10-6 in favor of HasuObs, and Daisy's aggression is being shut down here. Excellent blink forward from Hasu, picking off a few more Stalkers away, and could this be it? He's up to 56 supply versus 45. His army supply is 22-4. He has fewer workers, but his standing army might just be able to take his opponent out here. Let's wait and see. We have a Stalker just picking apart that forward pylon, going to go for cleanup duty. And in the meantime, Hasu has a superior Stalker count. He is coming in now to try and finish Daisy off. Will he be able to do it? This might determine a place in the main tournament, by the way, at IEM Poland, guys, if Hasu wins this, because this determines the seeding between places 8 through to 12. And that determines the order in which players get invited. So he's now moving up into the main base. Daisy, though, has had the opportunity to get another warp in, and he might be able to just about survive this. Pulling probes as well to try and defend this. HasuObs with more Stalkers coming out now. We have got 2 more Zealots and a Stalker coming from behind, but it won't be in time for this. And it looks like Daisy's going to be able to hold it off, but Hasu has a 20 supply advantage. Both sides going up to 40-something workers right now. We have got 12 Stalkers for Hasu versus the 5 of Daisy right now, though, and Hasu is looking to put game-ending pressure on this natural expansion. A lot of those Stalkers actually on reasonably low hit points, and Daisy's in general at better health. And here we go. This could be the final engagement of the game. Hasu using some decent blink micro, but he has less HP on those Stalkers compared to Daisy, and as a result he's losing them a lot faster. He still has a Stalker advantage, though. It's just a lot slimmer than it appeared, and now Hasu is starting to turn the tide. It is 5 Stalkers versus 5 Stalkers, with Hasu continuously warping in more. But look at this, no shields on them, and Hasu for a second time has to pull back. A very, very tense PvP here on Metropolis. Going for a second robotics facility now as well. Hasu is transitioning into the late game. The robotics bay coming down, and Daisy has done all he can just to survive. He's going up to 6 gateways right now, but we do not have a robotics facility or that tech. So Hasu is in a commanding position right now. He's going to be able to come out with those Colossi. He's going to be able to come out using those robotics facility units to effectively push Daisy out of the game. Daisy is now moving forward with some blink stalkers, trying to be aggressive, but Hasu is up by a lot of tech and 15 supply right now. I just don't know what Daisy can do. He is down to 47 workers compared to the 54 of HasuObs, and this is looking extremely good for our German Protoss. Of course, technically they're both in Germany, but only one of them is German. And Hasu has to defend against this incoming aggression from Daisy. He spots it now. The Colossus pops out. Is it going to be enough? The Colossus is dangerously close to the front of that army there. He needs to make sure it doesn't get picked off. Extended thermal lance, I believe, is not yet complete. No, it's about 2/3 of the way done. And Daisy has to make this attack work. Coming in, trying to pick off the Colossus. And Hasu doing a great job microing that Colossus, surviving with just 40 hit points left. And this is so tense between these two players. But a lot of zealots here to force extra blink micro out of Daisy to buy that Colossus space he needs to do a lot of DPS. 110 supply versus 91. Hasu still leading in the work supply as well. Waiting for the second Colossus to come out. Extended thermal lance is now complete. The second Colossus is about 15 seconds away from popping out now. And this engagement is likely to be the last one of the game. 99 supply to 118. HasuObs still continuing to rally units forward and warp more in. Daisy going straight into the main base. He is doing it. He needs to try and force something huge here from HasuObs. Will Hasu be able to come back and do it? I don't know. Good positioning here from Daisy, but Hasu now blinking up onto the high ground. And we can see a lot of the Stalkers blinking forward, trying to take apart the Colossus. He just about makes it. With the second Colossus at the robotics facility, doing a lot of damage here. Hasu still on 98 supply to the 71 of Daisy. This attack looking like it's going to be petering out for our Korean player. He has got good positioning inside the main base of Hasu, but at the end of the day, Hasu simply has the numbers. He's blinking forward to try and take these apart. Now Daisy down to 57 supply. We have a simultaneous Zealot warping at the natural expansion. He could just walk into the main base right now, and I think that might seal the deal in HasuObs' favor. He's currently at 35 supply and counting. He's cleaned up. GG from Daisy, and HasuObs manages to take the seed.